Hi, hello, hello. We have a new chapter, two new chapters actually, of Bakemonogatari. Now, there had been about a 5 month gap between chapter 63 and chapter 62, or I guess more like a 4 month gap. I don't know if that's because the manga itself went on hiatus or if the scanlation slowed down for whatever reason. But hopefully we can pick up a faster cadence after that. I don't know if now there's a backlog and we're going to have another truly heroic run of chapters like we did during that legendary blitz of releases that is still completely unprecedented in Scanlation. But even if we just got the odd chapter every month or so, I'd be pretty happy. So, let's check out what happened at the end of the last one. Yes, that's right. We were fighting snakes. Kanbaru was losing her dang mind under the influence of the bad things happening in the shrine. They mentioned Kaiki. We saw Kaiki for the first time. And then Araragi was bit by Shinobu and dragged down the hallway. Sure. I remember this vaguely. So let's read chapter 63. Starting off with Karen and Suki training. I have no idea why we're seeing this, but I'm not complaining. I feel like back and forth I've been going about whether or not this is going to adapt things beyond Bakemonogatari. Given that the title is Bakemonogatari, and given just how many volumes have gone into adapting the chapters of Bakemonogatari, to go on and do the other light novels would take dozens and if not hundreds of manga volumes to adapt. So it's like, dare I even wish for that? Is that not too much to ask of Oh Great to devote himself to drawing this series in perpetuity for years and years and years to come? I don't know. At the same time, they seem to get such a kick out of drawing Karen specifically that there's no way they can't do Nisei at least. And here they do the double butt plunge flip guillotine kick whatever to wake up Araragi-kun. A scene that is mentioned many times but depicted rarely. The afterward. Well, today's punchline. As per usual, my two sisters Karen and Suiki will beat me awake. You thought I'd say, huh? I will not keep eating their feet like this. He wakes up. It's time for the counterattack. I think it's futile, though. What can he possibly do against... So... Not dodging shows my kindness as a brother. I understand. He deliberately repositions himself. Not to dodge the attack, but to take the maximum perverse pleasure from it. Using the King Bug Fist to scuttle his way down the bed. Really showing the magnitude of his physical strength, that he can drag his whole body just with his fingers. Sure, whatever. Here we see Araragi's watch, a plot device once, after showing up again and again and again without comment. This isn't the same model of watch that he wears in the anime. I think the watch in the anime is quite nice. This type, where it's like all metallic and stuff, I've never been a fan. Special day today, or it will be, Tuesday, June 13th, 6:15 p.m. Meeting up with Sengoku once more. A cured Sengoku, a Sengoku who has freed herself from the curse she brought upon herself by being cursed and cursing. And now she has a recorder. The heck? Wait, why does he say, Sengoku, what are you doing here? Wasn't he waiting for Sengoku? Wasn't this the whole thing? I thought? I guess? But I don't know, it seems more like Sengoku is stalking him. Maybe he was waiting for Senjo Gohara or something. Waiting for me all this time after middle school ended. No school today, and Medico is sleepy. She says, wild as a daughter from the king of the Southern Islands. It feels like a very specific reference, but I don't know to what. If I'm gonna guess, it's some classic manga that I haven't read. That's what most of the references are. I'm waiting for more than 2 hours, right? So I guess Araragi was planning on waiting for her. Or trying to meet up with her. He just didn't think she would wait for him, given that he was like 2 hours late from class. Couldn't hold it anymore. Started being stupid. Trying to think, Kanbaru. I want to say thanks to. Oh, yes. She just sped past her. Such is the Kanbaru way. Kanbaru trivia, huh? She didn't notice you since she had some important business. Now, is this a hint at a future plot that I can't think of right now? Or is it that Kanbaru has to run off to buy some BL manga? I'm gonna guess the latter. That sounds more like her. Yep. She went on a virgin bin yesterday and read through a lot of BL manga at once. Yep. That's... My hard read was accurate. Don't even think about talking to Kanbaru when she's dashing. It's like, Takyudo. What? My Tsukomi will end up like explanation booklets. No kidding. I don't know what Bikuriman. I don't know what the certain techniques of Yamato Oji are. What is Bikuriman? What? It's a line of wafer snacks produced by Latte that had some stickers inside of it, and then they made video games out of it and an anime and such. Okay. That doesn't make any sense to me, but sure. That's what Nadeko is referencing, I guess. Nadeko never thought you'd get it. Whoa. Araragi definitely is the Tsukomi master. Tsukomi, by the way, is like the rejoinder. But the bokeh says something outrageous, and the Tsukomi goes like, "What are you talking about?" And as Araragi says, normally it's not so difficult to explain the folly of the bokeh. It doesn't work like that. Like she'd ever say that to you. Things like that. But then to go, why would you use such an obscure reference referring to Bikuriman, the line of stickers from Latte products that was adapted into an anime and video game, and specifically the techniques of Yamato Oji or whatever he said. How does he know Bikuriman? Saw it online. Takido is not an easy reference. At least say Shukuchiho or something. Where you draw larger... draw things near larger and draw things far things smaller. Called perspective, easily. Stepping away when opponents see you initially moving. Completely different. What? She missed up perspective and Shukuchiho? I guess it's like Shukuchiho is a way of abusing perspective. You move in such a way that it's not evident you're getting closer because you're like decreasing your functional body size. You like move forward and shrink a bit. I could see that kind of messing with somebody. I don't know. Maybe there's another joke here. Maybe even the Tsukomi master hasn't realized the next layer of Sengoku. Did I make her cry? No, she loves you. Nice to see Sengoku smiling again. It's nice. I think the Monogatari series in general does a good job of allowing you to celebrate in the girls' happiness from time to time. Even though it also does a great job of not all of their problems are solved at once. That in the arc they often defeat some current evil or something, but in the end it's revealed that the emotional issues kind of behind that run a lot deeper, which is explored in further arcs and stuff. I love that about the series, but after each arc, there's still this small celebratory time, which are often really beautiful scenes, ones where you genuinely feel happy for these characters. that they can smile again after all that. First time at a high school. I'm gonna take a peek. Okay. What is up with the recorder? Naruto's teacher to never let her go of it when doing something dangerous. If she ever feels any sort of danger, she just blows into it super hard. Yeah, get a whistle. A recorder doesn't really amplify your sound at all. In fact, I think it's probably quieter than just shouting, even if you use the same amount of force. I guess it's for people like Nadeko, like Sengoku, who are very shy about raising their voices, but could at least blow into something that can convert that wind energy into noise. But yeah, get a whistle. Save my life for exchanging yours, so I have to value it. What? Yeah. Why does she think she's in danger? She's like holding it right up to her too, in case she needs to blow it in like 0.5 seconds. Stop using me as an example, it won't be of any use. It's the charm Oshino gave, which warded Sengoku's snake away. Save my thanks to Oshino as well. Talisman was about as amazing as one of Doraemon's secret gadgets, right? Whoa, the genius helmet in the gadget bag. Obscure Doraemon trivia and lore. Minor gadgets which only appeared in the Daicho arc of Doraemon. You return on everything you want. Thinks of Oshino again. Back then I couldn't remember anything about this girl. Sengoku Nadeko was someone else. When I couldn't remember anything about her. So the snake abnormality had a huge meaning for me. The one who got cursed was someone I was close to, like Senjoku Hara, Kanbaru, or my sisters. I would have never had the option to not save them. I shouldn't even be thinking about the point of saving someone. It's the wall of irresponsibility. Yes, and this was the really haunting twist in this story, is that in the end, Araragi realized that the girl who cursed Nadeko was equally in danger as Nadeko herself, but that person was a total stranger, that person he did not know the first thing about, their name, their location, or anything about how to save them. And so he had kind of thrust his hand too far through this wall of irresponsibility. And I thought there would be kind of a resolution to that. I thought somehow he would save her, or somehow this would be explained that it wasn't a big deal, somehow. But in the end, I think that snake just slithered off on its own, right? Right now I can't quite remember what happened. I'm checking quick. Because it really changes the tone of this celebration afterwards. They're fighting. Sengoku is saved. She's so happy. This is a nice scene. They're dying. Yeah, and he just resigns himself to the other person being attacked by the snake. Yes. And then we saw, yeah, okay. If you tell me not to reach my hands for a place I can't reach, a place I can't be responsible for, then okay. How about I just take on that whole responsibility? I don't know if that's the lesson you're supposed to learn after an event like this. At least Oshino was hoping that he would learn the lesson to back off, to not begin to engage in a situation where you can't really take responsibility for the whole thing. Instead, Araragi decides that he'll just have even more control. He'll get even more involved. He'll get even more power, which has to go alongside it. This image of opening the doors, I think, is very evocative. There's a discussion later in Nisei that is quite famous, I guess, because it shows up in the famous Mad, Courage to Tell a Lie, one of my favorite examples of the art of Mad, that is setting clips of anime to music, and unlike in the West, you can use music besides Linkin Park. Oh, I just saw an amazing thumbnail. Anyway, we'll watch that later. Yeah, in this Mad, Hachikuji says when learning about the supernatural is like opening a door. You end up seeing behind the scenes of something that you weren't meant to see. So in fact, learning about the supernatural only increases the number of things you don't know. So I always thought it was interesting, the idea you learn something, and then by realizing just how much of that thing there is to know and how little you do know, it's like your actual total expertise in the world, the actual certainty you can have in engaging the world goes way down. And this image of Araragi opening this door, standing up here on the roof with Sanjogahara, taking in the whole town as if he's responsible for every supernatural incident happening in it. It's like the world is opening up to him in a way that he may come to regret. I don't know. This to me feels full of promise. Like we're going to get much more adaptation than just Bakemonogatari. I died once during spring break, and I continue to live in that hell. Yes, I thought that darkness would continue forever, but on this day, June 13, it became past tense. Abnormality specialist, huh? He's foreseeing perhaps his career? I don't know. The way this has some sort of finality to it. Is it going to end? Is it going to continue into Nisei and beyond? I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone know? Are the scanlations behind? Are there volumes in Japan covering Nisei? I don't know. But we'll have to find out, along with everyone else. Or at least the rest of the English-speaking world, as scanlation continues. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.